Now, I'll show you the basic stitches of micro crochet. First, single crochet. For single crochet, you work into the back loop only, right above the stitch you'll be working into next. For double crochet, you work into the front loop left behind in the previous row. Basically, mosaic crochet consists of single crochets worked into the back loop of the row right below and double crochets worked into the front loop of the row 2 rows below. Now, let's work on the extended double crochet. For the extended double crochet, yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 again. That's how you do the extended double crochet. It's a little longer than a regular double crochet and comes out a bit pointier than a treble crochet. Then this time, let's do a treble crochet. Yarn over the hook twice and insert the hook into the next stitch. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. This is the basic treble crochet. Let me explain about the slanted stitch. When I say to work a treble crochet or an increase in a slanted way, it means you just do the same stitch. But depending on where you place the stitch, the shape can come out slanted like this. The shape won't be vertically straight, but will come out slanted. So when I tell you to work into a certain stitch, the slanted shape will appear automatically. So just remember that the crochet technique itself stays the same. Now, there are 2 types of increases. First, let's try the left-slanted increase. For the left-slanted increase, first do a double crochet in the next stitch, and then do an extended double crochet in the same stitch. Pull through 1, pull through 2, pull through 2. Then you'll get a shape that's slanted to the left like this. That's why we call it a left-slanted increase. Let's try the right-slanted increase. For that, when you do the increase, first work an EDC and then do a double crochet. Then you'll get a shape that's slanted to the right. We're going to call this a right-slanted increase. Let's try a decrease. I basically use a slightly modified decrease. A standard decrease is when we yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over and pull through, then pull through 2, and then yarn over again, insert the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, and then pull through the remaining 3 loops at once. That's the decrease we usually use, but there's a decrease that makes the tip a little pointier than that. I'll show you. Yarn over, insert the hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, then without yarning over again, go directly into the next stitch, insert the hook, yarn over and pull through. Then you'll have 4 loops on the hook. Pull through 3 and then pull through 2. The regular decrease we just did created a bit more of a square shape, but the one we just did now made a more triangular and pointy decrease, right? To shape things more delicately, I mostly use this type of decrease, and I'll show you how to do a decrease across 3 stitches. You're going to decrease the first, second, and third stitches. The first stitch is decreased using an EDC, and the next 2 stitches are decreased using a DC decrease. Here's how you do that. First, just like doing an EDC, yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over, pull through, then, just like an EDC, pull through 1 and pull through 2, but do not pull through the last 2. We're going to decrease these 2 remaining stitches using the modified decrease. Yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 3, and then normally we would pull through 2 to finish, but because we have that EDC at the beginning, there will be 3 loops left. Pull through all 3 like this, and you'll get a more pointed shape for the decrease. This is something I use often in my patterns, so I think it would be good for you to keep it in mind. And you'll often see something called a behind decrease in single crochet. This is a decrease stitch. After doing the decrease, normally the next stitch would go into the top of the following stitch, but that's not what we're doing. Because this is a behind decrease, you go back 1 stitch to the last stitch of this decrease. You see the stitch on top? you do your single crochet into that stitch. So you'll see that the single crochet is worked slightly behind the decrease stitch, and that's why we call it a behind decrease. And when I say to do a single crochet behind a certain stitch, it doesn't mean to work into the next stitch that comes after the treble crochet you just made. It means to work into the stitch behind the extended double or treble crochet. So when I say single crochet behind EDC or TR, it means to work the single crochet into the stitch that is directly behind and above that stitch. I'll show you a front post double crochet. Normally, when we work a double crochet, we insert the hook into the front loops. But in a front post, we don't go into the front loops. Instead, we insert the hook into the body of the double crochet just below it and work the double crochet there like this. If you do a regular double crochet, you might see the different color yarn showing through between the stitches, but with a front post, all the space between the stitches is covered, so the other color doesn't show through. That's why I use this stitch when I want to completely hide the color underneath. There are times when you're doing double crochet or single crochet and you need to switch yarn and finish off with a different color yarn. I wrote this in the pattern as finish with yarn number. Let me show you how to do that. Work the double crochet into the next stitch as usual, but only change the yarn color for the last yarn over and pull through. Lay the original yarn forward like this, bring in the new yarn like this, and finish off just like this. Let me show you again. Do the stitch using the original yarn, and for the final yarn over and pull through, switch to a different color like this. As you can see, the double crochet stitch itself is in pink, and only the top finishing loop is in green. Since I use this stitch often, it would be good for you to keep this in mind as well.